glass of
Gilgren.
wine.
I don't think we need the whole list. I think you're good, dude.
And to my right is
Recording's
some
up.
scissors and pads of paper.
Kale,
Yes.
shut up.
Stream is coming up.
I would like to hear Resi, please.
Stream is up. I would like... Okay. Because I now have the stream up and recording up, I'm going to put in a reminder right here, right now, that next week is going... After next week, I'm going to be gone for 2 sessions. I'm going to put in a reminder right here, right now. Oh my god, I can hear myself. I hate the sound of my own voice. Stop. Thank you.
Why does everyone hate their own voice but me? I'm comfortable with the fact that I sound like a nerd and that I'm terrible. That's my life. I've always known this.
And when you get angry, you sound like Iago from Aladdin.
I just get grumpier.
Or French Yoda.
So wait, angry. Angry Rage sounds like Oh shit! I forgot his name.
I always forget his name too.
Hold up, gentlemen. Is this really a pit you want to dig for yourselves at the beginning of the session?
Yes.
No, it really isn't. I take it back. I take it all
Team
back.
kills are still a thing I can do. I can be the caboose.
The bird will be
Gilbert
fine.
Gottfried. Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, yes.
All right. Who wants to do a
Still a
recap?
thing I am capable of.
I'm
I'm small enough to get behind our own lines.
I say we still need a tuba thingy.
I have pretty much given up on you guys doing individual recaps, so
Oh,
whatever.
actually, I was gonna ask, did you want us to do that, or...
Yes, please.
Okay,
But,
cool beans.
Or at least a summary of the previous arc or something. Whatever.
Yeah. Is it okay if I do a summary of the previous arc? I was gonna...
Yep, sure, go ahead.
Do it.
Okay. So, the last time, we, got onto a nice pleasant ship to go for a ride, and found that there had been a murder most foul. And of course, being player characters, we have to get involved. We don't have any other choice.
We don't know how to not get involved.
Exactly. We don't know how not to get involved, so of course we do. We become the investigation team because we're kind of an outside eyes looking in. We find an affair and several shady business dealings going on. And long story short, after a few wheelings and dealings and poking about in the right holes, we find the culprit and bring them to justice. Sweet justice. And for once, we actually got the bad guy.
As far as we know.
Well, as far as we know, we actually caught the one that actually was responsible. Which is pretty heckin' good, I think. Especially for a group who hasn't yet done something quite like that, so hey!
Woohoo, we
And
think
so-
we did it right!
So,
We
once
think we are competent.
So once we get back home, we have ourselves a nice little rest, only to get a rather urgent message from the Historical Society.
Who wants us to attend a party?
Immediately! I feel like we're in trouble, but I don't know. It's It's Melody. We may or may not be in a whole heaps of trouble.
To be fair, typically we are the trouble.
Well, I mean, it wasn't our fault that the box was stolen. But it wasn't really stolen, but
Yeah.
Kuro wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, Kura's going into this with beaming optimism. He has yet to have his hopes and dreams shattered by the party's ineptitude and
Well, Julius came in on that as well. So he's not entirely happy about it, but he's still bouncy.
Mm-hmm.
unhappy
I will be
bouncy. That's an
truly
interesting
concerned.
combo.
I will be truly concerned whenever Julius becomes non-bouncy, like he did when fighting the Whisper. Because once the bounciness leaves, we are in true trouble. That's the moment we know shit has truly hit the fan.
There's a similar moment to an anime I watched last night where one of the characters that is just so goofy, so outright, way out there, and then all of a sudden he just becomes serious and running away from the situation, and is like, I've never seen him like that before. What do we do?
This is not how you say normal.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've never met this person, and I have new tricks up my sleeve, and I am looking forward to showing off.
Okay. Well, that was pretty good. Thank you. Everybody, you get an X, an XP. That is to say.
One
Eeks.
One eek.
Yes.
Yay.
Yeah, 1.
Do we have to earn the P?
No.
Well, I mean, if you drink enough, it's gonna happen regardless, so don't worry about it.
Oh, the thing I forgot last time. I can fix it now.
I liked the musical choice.
It's got a feeling of that old
It's very noir.
oh.
It is effective.
Yeah, very noir. And I keep picturing we're actually exiting out from an old black and white scene, detective's office.
Oh boy, Trenchcoat Brigade.
Yeah.
Of all the detectives' office on all the city, on all the planets, I'm so glad we're finally leaving mine.
How come I get the feeling that's what Yeshka is thinking right about now?
Well, I mean,
Because constant booping.
Yeah, because she's
constant pooping. She doesn't know why, but she constantly feels like she needs to punch someone in the face.
Okay. Oi!
Dude, what did we just talk about?
Constant
Okay,
pooping.
that was-
You remind me.
Rocks fall, yin dice.
Just had to do one last one.
Well, however, actually allow me to backpedal a little bit.
Okay, go
Anybody would is there anything any of you would like to do in the downtime?
I actually need a place to stay.
Yeah, actually,
You stay in the office with the rest of us.
Lavana and I both, actually, because Kura's quarters was his ship, and he doesn't have that at all anymore.
Yeah, Julius is slept on his ship, but he's nowhere near his ship now.
You nerds get to stay at the Apartment of Justice.
Oh.
Yeah, the group has a little apartment.
Yeah.
Well, I say little. It's nothing fancy, but it's big enough for.
Cool.
I have to replace my bed. I just thought about that. I have to get a regular sized bed. Son of a
Julius
bitch.
has to have a disco ball in his bedroom.
Also, Julius, you eventually get a message that your ship has been delivered to its usual hangar, storage place, whatever, wherever that's usually kept.
It's like, yay, it's safe. I need to figure out where that's usually kept.
I do need to do one more thing.
It's been delivered in the parking garage of Justice, right next to the Apartment of Justice.
Wait, no. Hold on.
Wait a minute.
What? Wait, do I hear what I think I hear?
Probably.
Yes, you do.
Yes,
Get
I
over it.
do.
Let it go.
Why the Nutcracker Suite, though?
It could be worse things. Hush.
No, I'm just making sure I wasn't going crazy.
Like I said, I went for some easy listening, and I find the song very easy to listen to.
Yes, indeed.
So, how about instead of complaining, we get on with it?
I wasn't complaining, I was making sure I was still mildly sane. Functionally sane.
Well, we know that's not true, so hey.
I'm a high functional insane.
Yes, high functioning.
I'm not a
insane.
psychopath. I'm a high functioning psychopath.
Before we get too far off track,
Yes.
I have a big thing I want to do.
Okay.
I've been pinching my pennies and saving up for the big stuff. I want to get a transcendent implant.
Oh.
Oh, whoa!
Well, you are in luck. There is in fact a TTI clinic in this city.
I object.
Well, it's too late. This is not a group decision. This is a bird decision.
I object.
This is not
This is not
a
group
debate. This is
decision.
bird
This is a
decision.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
Very nice. But yeah, this is Levana's decision.
And
You do not have veto rights over other characters' purchases.
I am hoping to grab Ethereal.
Ghost Verb.
Ethereal?
Yep.
What did I do?
Spoopy burp.
I'll show off a little bit when I get back.
Okay,
I lost it. Oh, there it is.
I have to go talk to my kind of sort of girlfriend. Great. I have to go explain myself.
Oh, right, there was something.
I have to go explain myself to other person.
You have some explaining to do.
Well, I mean,
you're tearing us apart.
I think someone would be mildly concerned if somebody they had been dating suddenly came back looking exceedingly different.
Huh? Did you do something with your hair?
I mean, just explain it like you took out an insurance policy, but there was an error in the,
Well, yeah, that's actually kind of what the plan was to just kind of write it off as well. It was insurance just in case and something went wrong. Unfortunately, I can't afford to have it fixed, and they're not going to take responsibility.
Sleeping is going to
error
be
in
interesting.
paperwork.
And then she's gonna make the argument, are you sure that was something you can afford?
Well, I mean, not anymore. He spent all his money on it.
He was a pizza delivery, I believe.
I was never one to get a lot of money. I saved, scraped.
So you
Well, he could easily explain that it was part of the contract.
Logistics and paperwork errors.
He had it was a disguise. He needed a disguise, and they
That would
kind of
never
screwed
fly
up.
over. One does not get a body modification like that. Especially not one this extensive for the sake of a disguise.
Oh, you never know.
One does not simply.
Exactly. One does not simply.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
That's its own conversation that happened.
Levana.
Yes.
Upon arrival at the clinic, you are directed to the appropriate station area, whatever it would be called. I don't actually know. And once you are at the right place, you are greeted by a very friendly-looking otter person.
Oh.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh.
Hmm?
Is this who I think it is?
Well, she greets you with, hello, I'm Yavethi. What can I do for you?
I was interested in inquiring at a transcendent implant today.
That is always good to hear. So you have already informed yourself about this, I assume?
Yes, I have looked up as much info as I could on it, and I think I'm ready to go for it.
Excellent, excellent. Are there any questions? And anything that's maybe not clear?
How potentially dangerous can these be if not used correctly? And if so, are there any tips or tricks I should know for?
Oh, these are they are perfectly safe. Really, there's pretty much no way you can use them incorrectly. Out of character, I would note that for like 99.9999% of the population, that is absolutely true.
Yes. Absolutely. It's
All
just
right.
we're the kind of people that give transcendent implants a bad name.
Let's
Yeah,
break the
well,
universe.
Yevrethi doesn't know that.
Breaking the universe. Let's go.
Okay, well, there's a bunch of paperwork to do, and as you would expect, and all sorts of disclaimers to sign, and long documents to read.
Under the side effects, tendency to grow a second head. I have questions about this.
Spontaneous hydrification.
But
Side effects section is about 5,000 pages long.
Yevrethi is very helpful with that. And before long, you are led into what looks very much like a doctor's office. Not too different from any other doctor's office that you encountered. And there you meet an actual TTI doctor. But I mean, technically you are that yourself, but you know, this is a transcendent stuff doctor.
Transcendent stuff
Just a
doctor. is that his
lowly
title?
field medic.
Embrace tranquility. And meds.
He's gonna be a brain surgeon today, if you don't mind. Get it? Brain surgeon? Mind?
Oh lord.
Anesthesia.
Just knock me out, please.
The doctor is going to talk you through the actual procedure, and once that is all done, he's taking you into technically an operating room. However, there's not actually much operating that's done, as pretty much all you get is an injection.
You weren't kidding when you said that was it. Oh.
Does your beak turn purple?
No.
I don't have a beak.
Hey, and hold
Plot
on.
twist,
I
you do now.
have a question.
Yes.
What were you expecting there? Were you expecting them to try to like shove a stone into your forehead or something? Come on, transcendent.
Was that a Diablo reference?
well caught, sir. But like, seriously, these transcendent implants, they're not crazy bullshit magic.
Yeah, it was like implant, not injection.
You have to remember, they don't. The laws of our reality and physics don't apply to them. So of course you're going to deliver it in as simple and easy and painless method as possible.
Which is still falls under the technicalities of implant. It's being implanted into you.
I think there is still some surprise for somebody who is not entirely familiar with how they work.
Probably.
Kind of a pleasant surprise.
Yes.
After a very short time, you are allowed to leave, and Yavelthi is escorting you out, and you've already been told this, but she repeats now. Remember, the implant will take a while to sort of adjust. So you won't be able to really use it right away. It can take a few days actually. And I have already made a follow-up appointment for you in 5 days. Then everything should have adjusted and developed, and we will need to do some tests.
This seems like very appropriate music for this whole scene.
Just to clarify, do not attempt to use it until the follow-up appointment.
You won't even be able to. And eventually, but right now nothing is gonna happen.
Okay, thank you.
Let's say the effect will eventually appear and slowly grow stronger if you try to use your implant.
That's pretty slick.
I will see you then. Thank you.
You are very, very welcome. Thank you for using a TTI brand transcended in no wait. I'm looking forward to see you again.
Out of here. And what do I do like a responsible adult?
Immediately try and phase through matter.
No.
See if you can make a planet disappear and reappear.
I want to mess with someone's drink. Is someone drinking something stupidly hot?
I would also like to note that what Levana has been told this implant can do is let her make stuff hover.
Oh.
And that's it.
Cool.
So all of a sudden, the drinks is just splashed into someone's face.
No,
Hold
not
my
gonna
beer.
get people third degree burns on their face.
Oh, you aren't gonna Killgrave somebody? Darn.
So you guys know, can cause an item to live. You can lift to act as though it has neutral buoyancy when you release it. It will hover in midair and can push along by yourself or others. The effect lasts about a minute.
That's actually really handy.
Yes, but it has to be something I can lift.
So you have the
So I
push train
can't.
network?
I can't use it super broken.
So just start lifting weights. Get those sick brain gains going.
So wait, you got the push frame network then, right? So you can punch people with the force, basically?
Speaking of which, I'm not gonna actually say anything. There's just gonna be a little Hello Kitty band-aid on my arm, that's all.
Gosh.
Aww.
It's so cute.
I'm not going to say shit, and I'm gonna start messing with people.
Oh boy. This is gonna be great, because Kura has no idea how transcendent implants even work.
We're starting with the shark.
Oh no. I need to get the decision die, don't I? What are you doing?
Oh. Oh.
I think I'm gonna try and lift one of your tools while standing outside the doorway, and then quickly retreat.
Do you have to make a roll for that?
Yeah.
It's gonna be good.
Mind exert +1.
Ooh. Mind exert. I'm good at those.
Oh, I'm afraid nothing's happening.
Not even with that 9.
No.
I am.
You gotta wait a bit. It's not ready yet.
I'm kind of upset that the bird has more mind exert than I do.
a little jealousy there.
No, just mildly annoyed. But I also build evenly, so.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, Tygun, before I forget, while she's doing that, the transcendent implant, her fluffery, I'm gonna put a third die in mind perceive, if that's all right.
Okay.
So I have 3 dice and everything but body.
I'm actually gonna do the same thing, but with community perceive.
Well, since it's not working today, I'll at least wait. I'll give it 2 days, and then I'll try again.
Okay.
In the meantime,
Anyone else got something interesting in mind?
Oh, I already did. I just didn't mark it.
I'm trying to think.
Be it leveling something or going out buying something or whatever.
I already did my typical roll for Milo when there's downtime. He is filled with frustration.
Yeah, I can see that.
Did you want to do the chat with Kathy, or did we just want to hand wave that and call it good? Because I don't want to take much time for the story.
Yeah. Well, the thing is with I don't trust myself to do that properly right now.
No worries. That's why I gave the option of hand waving it. Just say it happens. It was awkward. There.
Yeah. Raznir, one thing. If you like, you can do a bit of engineering. A bit of actual hardware building. For which you may request Kura's aid.
Hey, what do you need?
Hey, what you working on?
Can I help? I want to touch it.
Just big toothy hyena grin sticking
I mean,
from around the
technically,
corner.
I could get the otter to help with the programming bit.
do you want that
Yeah.
though?
Who knows? He might end up with a permanent GIF locked inside of it of just this little otter dancing across the screen every time he turns it on. No bar.
Disco!
It does nothing but print fish. Why does it do nothing but print fish?
So long. And fish. Okay.
Okay. If you like, you may spend, let's say, 100 credits. Because you need to buy some stuff. And then both of you do an engineering check.
Ooh.
Oh, have I already gone through all the odds and ends I looted from the complex?
Who's doing the engineering check?
Oh, right. Yeah, okay, no, you don't need to spend the credits then.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Kura and Milo may do one as well.
Bam.
this is a mind roll, right?
Julius
Yeah.
doesn't have to do it, right?
Nope.
No. Okay. Yeah, chicken.
Milo needs drink.
It's okay. Kura's got you covered.
I levitated
15,
the bottle in
10,
there.
and
So
7.
Yeah, that is good enough. Milo is not much help, but he isn't really in the way either, so that's good.
Cool.
He at least knows what he wants.
Yeah, and Kura's pretty clear that that's kind of how he's used to working.
Okay.
I will be honest, I was kind of hoping I would get good on the computer roll so I could argue maybe complicates, or not complicates, oh god no, not complicates. So I could argue for simplifies on certain hacking thingies.
Okay. Well, you made some more advancement with your project.
Hey.
What was that guy?
No simplifies for you.
Oh, yeah.
What exactly is the project now that
You
Kura's
yeah,
got
you weren't
to
here
look at
for it.
No.
Basically,
Kura's just blindly working on a project like, oh hey, engineering stuff, sweet.
Tygon, I'll let you explain.
Can build the thing.
Okay. This group had to had to tangle with a hacker
Uh-huh.
who had she had the like the full the like she had all her hacking hardware built in,
Mm-hmm.
and she had a really nice holographic interface,
Oh.
including a little sort of squirrel-looking critter.
Mm-hmm.
That everyone thought was absolutely adorable.
Yeah. Think of it kind of like a carbuncle from Final Fantasy.
Oh, okay.
The
It's
Fennec-
small, you want to touch it.
Yeah, but you couldn't because it was holographic.
and then you
But
feel
that-
the sadness and disappointment.
That was actually a little AI that did like file managing for her, but it could also retrieve data. And when she did that, the little thing would actually hop away. And assuming there were holo emitters around, which in the place they were at the time were, so it would like when she was trying to maybe not necessarily hack Milo, but see what he was doing, the little thing kind of bounced over to him and looked at him curiously.
Ah, that's awesome. So it was a personal data assistant? The,
Something along those lines, yeah.
I have a question. Now that I think about it,
Mm-hmm.
does it show up in along the ASR digifeed that we have when the augmented reality stuff in Utilize is used?
It would actually, yes. Or let's say it could.
Yeah, that I was curious if it was just it always did, if that's a permanent thing, or if it's a thing you can turn off.
yeah.
The thing is, Milo's probably gonna make it more practical. So probably just not. Oh, it's always displaying a cute thing, so you know exactly where it's on and what's happening.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Although I'm still putting it there because oh my god, I'm gonna have a tiny little thing. It will be a distraction.
Okay.
Yeah, with Kura is going to eventually get a bunch of cybernetic implants just because he's always worked indirectly with ASR products and stuff, so they're just kind of part and parcel for
Right. I'm sorry about the interruption. Julius,
Yes.
Levana feels wrong somehow.
What? Oh,
You're not sure why, but something. When she left this morning, everything was fine. After she returned, she just felt weird.
Poke, poke.
goes up, starts starkling, checking, poking.
Sniffing.
Sneef, sneef, sneef.
Don't see anything different.
Clearly, it was a haircut.
Hello?
Hi.
Are you who you are, what you are, and say you are, that you are, what you weren't before, as to why and all this? And hi.
Yes.
Good
Grant's
answer.
just clutching his head, going, I don't know what he's saying. He's saying words in our language, but I don't know what he's saying.
Oh, question.
Guy's going to gently pat Kura's side. Don't worry about it. It's an otter. Just that otter.
Question.
Yes.
Does she smell different to Shark Boy?
No.
No. Oh.
Well, the EMF field would not be affected.
Well, I'm not entirely sure how the implants work. They could have some kind of electric bullshit.
As far as I know, they do not.
They don't.
That's why I asked. I didn't know.
Maybe if I go ghosty, I'll, go blind.
Yeah. It's one of those things where it's like... I don't know how to say it other than... Transcendent implants are weird and work by no logic that our reality can understand, so ignore it.
It's quantum theory bullshit. Got it. I was just asking because I didn't know. Typically a good time to ask things.
It's
Yes.
that's the problem here. It's not even quantum theory. Quantum theory makes sense.
Kind of. As the book I was reading stated, if you think you have a grasp on quantum mechanics and you can think about it and not have your head hurt, you're wrong.
Fair enough. Alright, so... Yeah. Kura
Yeah,
is
I'm sorry, back to Kura. What was happening?
I'm eventually... something I'm just voicing now as a reminder to myself, but eventually I'm going to need to make a shopping list of, cybernetic stuff that I'm going to get for Kura, since he's interested in getting some cybernetic implants, but that's not an immediate concern right now, so...
Okay.
Safe to say the 2 days has passed?
I'd say. At least on my end.
Well,
Yes.
Julius wants to get that.
Okay.
Oh, you mentioning wanting something, that reminds me. I need to check something.
I assume you have the money.
Oh, what was
Yeah, I have about 900 credits.
Well, then go ahead.
Yay!
I gotta check the rules for something else.
Oh no, what is the odd getting?
A thing.
Interesting thing.
I'm scared.
Something very useful. And can be very fun, too.
Oh no.
I assume you want that for your ship?
No, it's like he can actually... When it comes to his ship, he can do dancing and all that. Sure, but it's like, Oh. Do I have to have it specifically installed on a ship, or can I just... Because it says I can... allows you to use exert communication to remotely control, operate a vehicle or machine that has this system installed.
Yeah, that means you need to actually
so-
install it somewhere.
But it's... Okay.
Which IRPF contract are we at?
3 actually.
3. Okay, so does that mean I could have some velvet gloves? Because it only says it's illegal under the civilian contract. Which I would assume is 1.
It's a good
Let
question.
me check that.
That's how I'm
Yeah, I guess
interpreting it. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I could have it installed on my ship for now.
Okay.
I mean, if
But-
we're allowed to carry around assault weapons at this point, I'm pretty sure they're like, yeah, just don't put an assault weapon in it and you're fine.
But I was just wondering if there's another vehicle that has this type of software installed, would I be able to figure out how to control it?
If it was up to me, I'd say that's a great-
One thing at a time, please. Sorry.
I would take a guess and would assume you'd have to do some hacking rolls for that.
Because it'd be more like oh yeah, I see. It'd be more like figuring out.
It'd be like getting into an SSL's.
No, not like that. It'd be more like just figuring out the whistle patterns.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
It's like each person it's like their own whistle patterns is like their own blueprint.
I see what
No,
you're saying.
fingerprint. Yeah, that'll work. Though it'll be fun. Oh, and then I could even call it from like a long distance away. It's like all I got is just through my toggle case, or communication. Just hope I don't cause it to bump into anything on its way out.
Alright, so... Somebody else had something to do during the downtime?
Most of Milo's drink, but that's about it.
There we go.
I just need to check something.
Where would I put that?
Okay, yeah. I am gonna say, Rezi, you can get those. Since by now you guys have proven yourself competent. I'm not sure how, but you have.
And you know,
and it's
not
somewhat trustworthy.
entirely up to no good.
Okay.
I'm gonna snag one for my crash suite.
So, Kale,
Yes.
regarding the whistle stop, I'm gonna say you can install that in other things. However, it's not a matter of just plugging it in. That's a bit more complicated
I can just.
than that.
As I figured, since it's 400 credits for it, is it 400 credits just for the software itself, or does that also, does that also take into account installation fees for someone else doing it, or is it just like a operating system? Wait, no, it wouldn't be like that. No.
Well, I mean, it's. I'm gonna say that includes installing that on your ship or any other vehicle you own. That you wanted installed. yeah, it's. I don't think you could just load that into anything and then control it that way.
No, that's not what I was getting at earlier. It's like if someone else has their own vehicle and they have that software installed on their vehicle, I could possibly control their vehicle, but I'd have to figure out their whistle patterns for it. That's what I was getting at.
Mm-hmm.
But for my vehicle, my ship hasn't really been used that much. Huh.
Might change though.
Kidding me? That got us in to like 2 chapters ago. So yeah,
True. Yeah.
and it still was fairly essential.
Well, it is just a cargo ship, though, and we did need other ships to get into other places.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
While Kale is thinking about that, I think Levana wanted to do something else.
Oh, I was just gonna mess with people again.
Well, give it a try.
Alright, I'm going for Milo's bottle.
Yeah. I'll hold off on it.
Nope, not working yet. However, you are making Julius first stand on end, and he looks more blurry than you.
Oh, I gotta stop for an hour, else I'm gonna spoil the surprise.
If you want, you can try and push harder.
It's just
Nothing bad ever comes out of that.
You'll probably just summon something with tentacles for a face.
So, is it still a +1 or is it like a +2 now? What's going on?
Well, if you depends how hard you want to push. You can use 1, 2, 3, or 4.
I want to do 2.
Okay.
Oh, cool, and I still have 7 sheet windows. I was thinking, I probably have to buy more. I don't.
What is with all these 2s? I think I've
least-
gotten at least 1 per roll.
Have them.
At
Hold
least
them.
they're not
Protect the
ones.
twos.
Yeah.
Exactly. Protect the 2s, as they are what keep you and shield you from the 1.
Well, the hovering thing that doesn't work. However, you suddenly have the feeling that you are kind of floating in the air.
In the middle of the room, or
I was in the hallway. I'm just sort of slowly going up. Does anyone notice this?
Well, it depends on if anybody is around.
I mean, I'm gonna make a check to see. Just would that be body perceive? I think that'd be body perceive.
Yeah.
Julius is off in a room, and he's just looking all over the place, wondering what the heck.
Milo couldn't care less. He's not even looking.
No, you looked back, then you took another shot and didn't pay any mind to it.
He's just used to this bullshit right now.
Levana, you give me a body perceive roll as well.
I'm running and I won't touch ground.
Body. Okay. Body.
Is it gonna break your stride? Well.
You notice that whenever you touch something, like a wall or the ground, your arm, feathers, feet, whatever, goes through it with as if it wasn't there.
Neat.
Neat! Camera.
Can I contain myself? I don't think I can. What the actual fucking what?
Milo's gonna look back at the birds squawking.
He's learned anti-clipping.
Burp noises and flapping of feathers.
Angry bird.
You don't need to do a roll this time. You notice that there's something weird going on.
What did
I'm
you do?
fidgeting and sticking random body parts through things. I'm waving at him while sticking my hand through the wall.
I'm not walking over there. I don't trust this bullshit.
Honestly, I'm imagining this in my mind. That Levana just shoves her hand through the wall and waves at Milo. Milo stops and looks up to whatever computer he's at. Slowly turns around to see this hand just through the wall. He looks at it and then just swig from massive flats while looking super concerned. Like, I'm not ready, paid enough for this shit.
It is too early for this.
Drinking.
I think that's about right. Just, it's too early
Down
for
the
this.
hall.
So how many people are responding to the noise?
Well, down the hall you hear squeaking as Julius is rummaging around the room looking for whatever the hell is making him feel weird. Yep.
Levana?
Yes.
Your intangibility, I think it would be called.
Yeah.
Actually, it doesn't last very long, maybe 20 seconds. Then you suddenly find yourself solid again.
And flops to the floor.
Do me a favor and give me a body exert roll.
I'm concerned. Am I dead?
No. Nothing bad happened.
Only on the inside.
But if that's the case, we're all dead, so whatever, dude. Have another shot of whiskey on me. Don't let Milo see it. It's just good stuff. He'll be super mad.
I'm just gonna lay on the floor for a while, taking in what just happened.
Do this because I think this would be more accurate.
Did anyone else see that before it wore off, or?
That is up to the others.
Kura kind of goes, "Yeah, I saw something. I'm not sure what I saw, but I saw something. You okay?"
I feel wonderful. Oh,
Julie's-
so cool.
Julius peeks out and is like, anybody else feel that?
I wasn't feeling anything a few seconds ago.
It goes back in the room.
Kura sets down whatever tools he was working with at the time and just goes, "All right, is there anything you want to tell us about?"
Yes. Possibly.
Just raises an eyebrow like a go on gesture.
They told me I could lift objects with it, but apparently I can go through walls.
You leave my stuff alone and don't you dare touch me when you're like that.
Concentrated implants!
I feel like that's something they would have said, and I don't know if I should mention it or not, and That happened.
I'm going to intentionally have Guy not have been in the apartment at the time, so he's not gonna know about any of this.
Oh lord.
Milo is just annoyed. Milo wants no tentacle monsters. Milo has had enough problems.
You sure you don't want me to like phase through you partially and stare up at you?
I will bite you.
There's nothing to bite.
Goes back to drinking.
Kura snatches the bottle away from Milo and takes a swig before handing it back.
I need this too.
But otherwise does not seem too disturbed by it. More just irritated that his focus was interrupted.
But otherwise?
Wait. No.
Levana!
Am I getting exercised?
No, but you get to do a mind exert logic roll.
That's it. The flask of holy water is going into the velvet glove. That is obviously more important than the crash suite at this point.
Mind exert what?
Mind exert logic.
Oh, well, I'm not very good at that logic thing, so...
We'll do it anyway.
Roll.
Yeah, we kind of already did that.
Okay.
What is with all these friggin' twos?
I'd be more worried about the one, but okay.
I would like to point out that the Nutcracker Suite's actually kind of nice for what's going on right now.
I think Waltz of the Flowers would be a good choice.
Or in the Halls of the Mountain King. I like that one.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have those.
I'm oblivious. What's going on?
We're being nerds.
And
No, I mean the roll. Sorry.
Well, I'm not gonna tell you that.
It's not your place to know.
Can I have a
If you could
hand?
change your fate, would ye?
Oh god.
Let me help up. Please. Anyone? Help.
So can I just read a book? Can I use read a book?
For
what?
So I can explain to Bird what's going on.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, tough luck, Bird. I'm too busy ignoring the bullshit.
Yeah, for one, you wrote really badly at paying attention to this. and then this is really something that TTI is doing their best to keep secret.
I don't know. Maybe I read it on BBS or Shadowlands.
I mean,
Or maybe
Read a Book does
player reasoning
specifically
doesn't
say, like, Read a Book does specifically say that you can't know classified information.
Yeah, I know. It's just obscure. I just didn't know how classified this was.
Fair
It's
enough.
classified enough that anybody who has this sort of reaction is actively prevented from talking about it.
Well, so Kura caught a glimpse and heard my explanation. I don't know how he feels.
He's confused, but otherwise ambivalent about it. He'll try and help her up with sort of this, like, I'm not sure if I should be touching you right now expression.
Are you going to turn into smoke or something next?
Well, though,
Are you a ghost?
He'll say in character, he's like, the last time I had anything to do with anything weird like this, they exploded. And
This
then
is-
something tried to, kill me out of it.
These are all magnificent points.
I'm not sure how to feel.
Well, as far as I know, I'm not going to explode into a puddle of gore and spawn a...
Space demon.
Yeah. my inner demons.
Inner demon. Yeah, I made a pun.
Innards demon.
Never mind the fact that I just phased through a wall by accident. Nope, not gonna talk
No.
about it.
No, we're not talking about this.
How to make your inner demons your outer demons in 5 easy steps.
Yes.
1. Get a transcendent implant. 2. Summon said demon. 3. Profit.
No,
3 and
no
4,
one-
question mark. 5, profit. Join or die, or both.
Alright, so...
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Kura's
leave him
getting
alone
himself-
for a few days.
Yeah. He'll get her some water, but otherwise he's kind of stumped.
How's she gonna
all
drink
I
it?
have-
She's phasing through shit.
Okay. You guys remember that call/message from Melody that I mentioned?
Yup.
Eventually, that comes in.
Okay.
And as a reminder, she requests your presence at the Historical Society.
Presents,
But I
but I
did-
didn't get it or anything.
I was going to make that joke.
I know.
Oh,
I got it before you.
Uh,
I got ninja'd.
May- Yes.
Just before we go to that, we don't need to actually act it out. The follow-up appointment, if I go there and basically say what happened, is there any information they're gonna give me, or...
Follow-up appointment is the next day.
Okay. Never mind.
The answer is no. They won't.
So, may I assume that you guys are actually going there?
Oh,
You may assume, for Guy, that he is going.
Yes,
Milo
I shall
is
be
going to
going.
dress appropriately for the party.
I don't
Wait.
want to
There's,
bomb in
there's,
the
there's,
apartment,
there's,
so...
there's no party. Nobody said anything about a party.
Fine, he's gonna dress
It's
up
not
nice.
a party. It was just an invitation to come over there. A strongly worded invitation that was essentially, get your butts over here.
Oh. Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Kura's
The event.
gonna look around to the others and be like, "So, what's the deal with this whole historical society thing?"
It's a long story, dude. The long and the short of it is, they're kind of the reason we found you.
I'm guessing that also applies to me.
hmm If not for them, yeah, all that wouldn't have happened. Does
Does
not
this...
mention his own death. Does not mention his own death.
Raznir,
Yes.
stop pooping Ara.
Is there a rave on deck?
Stop it. Gonna get in trouble.
So, yeah, for Kura's benefit,
Mhm.
the historical society is in a really nice part of town, and is a really nice and actually quite old-looking building.
Shocker for a bunch of old people who appreciate old things.
Although your knowledge of engineering will tell you that it is built to look like that.
Right.
This is actually a very modern building.
That's cool. All the aesthetic of the old with the convenience of the new.
They have Wi-Fi.
Yes, they actually do have Wi-Fi.
Why is your butt in two different? Why is your body in two different chairs? Concerned.
Use the slinky.
Who's a good butt?
So yeah, you
Petting your own
are
butt, it's weird.
as you arrive, you are led into the conference room. which you have already been several times.
I find sitting in these new chairs awkward with his extended buttock.
Melody is already waiting for you there. Again, for those who do not know, Melody is a blip. The chairman woman of the Historical Society. So basically the person in charge around here. And as far as looks go, think you remember the cavats from Warframe?
Yes. The catfish.
Basically an anthro version of that.
Aww.
Very slender, long-limbed, and some avian features.
In other words, she pretty looking, but don't touch. She might do a puff up.
Yeah, she's sitting at the table, working on something.
Hi, Melody. We're here. Mostly.
Hey, she's about to say hello, then pauses. And quietly waits for everybody to sit down.
Guru will find a seat.
Mm-hmm.
Guy struggles into one. Can't find comfortable position, so instead perches on it with his feet up underneath him.
Not used to new butt.
Julius pipes up. Need a tushy cushy?
I'm good. Thank you.
So once you've all settled in, says, well, hello. I see there's some new faces and some changed faces.
Kura's gaze or glance lingers a little more on Lavana than Guy at the mention of that.
Yeah, there's been some changes. Some voluntary, some not.
Some of us have grown up, others have not.
I'm sure there's a fascinating story behind that. You will have to tell me sometime.
Do I have to? Or is that just your curiosity speaking?
Have to.
Frankly, it was a floskel.
Okay.
In other words, you don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Hey, she's just, she's a little curious, but not enough to care very much. Well, I have called you here because I figured you might be interested in hearing that our little exhibition is just about ready. And since you were instrumental in bringing us our crown jewel, so to speak, I would like to extend an invitation to you to the grand opening.
I feel like there's something behind that, though.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Tilt.
There is actually nothing behind that.
But what's in front of it?
Kura face palms.
Julius!
She casts Julius a glance, but that's all the reaction.
Kura, kind of leans forward in a seat and says,
I, for one, would be perfectly happy accepting if you're offering to me as well.
Assuming that, I'm sorry, I am Melody Shodal. You are?
Kura Kalos.
Pleasure. Assuming that you and she looks at Levana. You and Levana are now part of this group, and since they are definitely previous member of this group missing, I hope they did not expire.
Guy noticeably winces, but doesn't say anything.
Nope. They're not museum pieces.
That's good. That's good. Anyway, Bob,
Kura under his breath
invitation.
mentions that the only museum piece present is Julius's taste in music.
That's actually not bad. I gotta remember that one. The invitation was for the group, so yes, you are invited as well.
Oh. Kura happily accepts.
So, no offense meant, but please dress a little nicer.
He frowns and looks down at his, spacer jumpsuit and kind of nods a little glum. Like, yeah, okay. You might have a point.
We need Libby.
Another time. Another time, another universe, my friend.
Side note, has any of you ever tried to contact Libby?
Yeah, I mentioned that, did I not?
I don't remember it.
Oh, bollocks.
I don't
Well,
remember
yeah.
that either.
Well, I mean, Guy would have at some point, because we still have her contact information, did we not?
I would assume so. Like her toggle number or however that works.
Yeah, at some point he would have at least sent 1 or 2 messages thanking her for leaving some of the gear behind. She didn't have to do that. So I don't know exactly wherein all of this happened. So
Well, okay.
it could have been a while ago.
Mm-hmm. Well, if Guy did that pretty much right after she left, then he would get a basically "Oh, you're welcome" reply.
Mm-hmm.
However, anything after that, nothing. No replies.
Yeah.
Well, all right. The grand opening is in 4 days. It is a little short notice, I know, but wasn't actually informed that you were in town again until yesterday. I hope whatever your exploits went well.
Yeah. Exploits. That's what we call them.
Kura
Well,
nods
all
and
right.
says,
All ventures profitable.
They were very exploity. It was fun.
I'm not sure if that's how I would describe it.
Fun is the part that comes afterwards, Julius. You know, when you can sleep.
Yes, sleep's overrated.
I expected that of you. Anyway,
Well then, do you have any questions?
what kind of folks are you expecting for the grand opening?
It's mostly the members of the society and their families. Maybe some friends.
Right then.
So yes, this is a high society event.
Oh, Kuro's actually gonna have to spend money on clothing.
I don't know if I have anything fancy. But the icon is finally appropriate.
Well, I mean, it's not like I figured it was going to be a bar crawl or any nonsense like that, so kind of figured. I do own a suit, Melody, and if they can't find one, I can help them, I guess.
Do you own a suit anymore?
Yes, he owns the suit. He's going to have to get it replaced, but he owns one.
Well then, please do not let me detain you any longer.
Alright, well, you know where to find us if you need anything else.
Indeed, I do.
And Kuro will give her his contact information just in case, because, well, I mean, new to the group and all.
Mm-hmm.
And, Guy's gonna step aside if, once everyone starts getting set to leave, Guy's gonna step aside, and say quietly to Melody, I'd really appreciate it if you maintained that, distance as far as my changed appearance goes. I don't need anybody asking questions.
I understand.
Thank you. Your discretion is much appreciated. He's gonna scoot along.
Bump his butt on the door frame.
Melody is basically going back to her work. Like, pretty much the moment you guys are starting to leave.
Alright.
So, who would like to go clothes shopping?
Woo.
Well,
Guess
Guy
Julie's
has to
good.
replace his suit. It was nice, but now it's built for a different person. So do I have to go and spend credits on that again, or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you have to.
bollocks?
Could
Not surprised, but-
maybe argue for a little for a discount.
A repeat customer, I swear.
Well, I mean, they would have my name on record at some point, so it's not like... Yeah, okay, give me-
Well, the problem here is that it's like it's not their problem that your body changed, and
Exactly, it's not their
you-
problem.
yeah, you can't like prove that somebody did it to you by accident.
And honestly, I wouldn't want to get into that can of worms, because somebody else would find out about that, and then before you know it, all of these kinds of people who ought not to know that I'm capable of doing that will know that I'm capable of doing that. And then people are going to be asking me all kinds of questions I won't have answers for, so I'd very much appreciate it if we didn't mention the fact that I died. We had the
Yeah.
existential crisis. We're at that point where we're now picking up the pieces and we have to be smart about how we do things.
Indeed.
Okay.
So, with that in mind, professional attire is 60 credits.
Ow.
And this is the standard stuff. what I understand. It looks nice, but it's for business things. It's not for
Formal event.
events generally.
No, it says perfect for high-profile social gatherings as well.
I was trying to find the other thing because there was another.
Yeah, there's
thing
like
for it.
3 different types of pseudo-formal wear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I was always a little confused as to which was supposed to be which. Although I think it's intentionally kept a little vague because,
Yeah.
leave it up to what you imagine.
I see dress clothing 100 flat credits.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
dress
there's
for
the
100 credits for.
Yeah. There's the regular clothing.
Mhm.
There's the dress clothing. That's like the
Really nice.
the really fancy one. And technically there's also survival clothing, but I think we can agree that that's out.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
Kura's gonna show up in a
the,
still suit from Dune.
And the professional attire. Which of those 3 you go for is up to you.
Don't do the general clothing, guys. You're gonna look bad.
I figured.
I will be having Guy buy both a dress clothing and a professional attire. However, I would like to do a community role, if that's allowed, to try to argue for better deals or bargain shopping.
Oh, I can totally do that. Kura is all over the bartering and bargaining.
Yes, you may do that.
Would that be a communication role? Would that be?
I would say that would be communication.
Julius is going to ask if they can haggle for him too.
I assume when you go to a fancy clothes buy spot, you are not gonna like intimidate the people
True.
there to give you discount or swindle them, but try actual try to get a good deal the regular way.
Yeah. Alright, so I'll roll community exert communications.
Mhm.
Bam. Got a 12, a 6, and a 5.
Ew.
Gonna get something
Fluffy
like
dude, high five.
Okay.
gonna get something like these.
Huzzah!
Only Kura is plantigrade, so the like pants kind of end at the poofy bits.
Hey, all I can say is I can hop up and do a high five. I can do.
Okay, yeah, you can argue for a discount for Guy.
Okay, and how much are we talking here? Because the normal would have been 160 creds.
Yeah, let me think for a moment. Let's say 120.
120? Alright, cool beans. I will take it.
What was the roll?
Can Kura negotiate for his own discount as well? Or did I do that already?
Nope. This was for Guy.
Okay, cool.
Julius would like to try.
Alright, there's my haggling roll, and I got pretty much the exact same thing. Oh no, I got an extra success.
What was the haggle roll?
Community exert communications.
Oh.
Oh god, I'm not even gonna try.
I'm
Hey,
trying anyway.
I'm just saying, guys, if you let me come with you, I can
Insulted
Sir-
the machine.
Sir, please leave our store.
Wow, you got kicked out.
Julius, why did you...
What? I did. I don't know what I was just. It looked pretty and all that. It's like,
Julius, just go. Just go. I'll
Okay.
get... We'll get you one from another store, okay?
Kura covers his face with both paws and just goes,
Julius, come on, you can't have a fish pattern embroidered on everything.
Come on.
Julius, go wait in the car. Go.
Julius walks out. I was like, but it's so sparkly too.
So these wings are obnoxious and get in the way. And
What I
I'm
want
gonna
to know
have...
is if Levana's gonna get a dress or suit pants.
Milo's walking around in his already nice clothes because he wore them here.
Milo, are you gonna get yourself anything, or are you just gonna sit there?
I'm good.
Milo,
I can't
you
afford a
realize
styler
you
at home.
still vaguely smell of alcohol, right? You're gonna need to wash that at least.
When don't I vaguely smell of alcohol?
Irrelevant.
Grumbles something about canines.
I heard that, Milo.
Grumbles something about satellite receiving ears.
I heard that
I know.
too.
So I'm gonna go for a dress, so the wings will be as obnoxious and in the way.
sounds like a good house.
Ooh, a flowy feathery.
Oh, have no worries. We have many experienced designers who can work around any physical obstacle.
I'd like to point out that just makes backless dresses a standard for her.
Yeah.
Hey, some people are into that, so, you know. Huzzah, someone thinks it's nice. Oh crap, I just realized someone's going to... Oh, okay, never mind. Yep, not gonna mention that. Nope.
Okay.
I'll message it quietly to Tygan, but the rest of you, no. You don't need to know about that.
Oh,
I
dear.
would ask Tygon,
Yes.
would it be possible for Guy to help out the others in getting deals if they should want, or is that an individual thing that they have to do themselves?
No, you can haggle on.
So, with that in mind, Levana, do you want us to bother with that?
Yes, because I have a fault and only 2 dice.
Well, you don't have... Here's the thing, you don't have to haggle. You can pay the full price without...
And what would
paying
the full price be for?
Depends. Do you want to go for fashionable attire or the dress? Professional is 60, dress is 100.
Let's go all out.
Oh yeah, sorry to interrupt, but how much of a discount did I get for my roll Tygon again?
Oh, I am gonna say, let's say some 20%.
Okay, cool. I'll math that out. Continue.
Thank you.
Backless dress.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's yeah. They're making a dress for you in no time. You will look quite lovely.
It'll show off your colorful burb feathers.
Yeah, I was about to say, is it gonna work with my colors?
Oh, definitely.
As if there's any doubt.
In fact, it will make your colors look even better.
Come on. They've had hundreds of years to get good at that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Alright. Haggle for me, please.
Okay.
Kura can help with that.
Kura and Guy both grin at each other. Yes. We will do the helpy things.
Twos!
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 It doesn't matter though, because with our stupidly high community stats, we overcome. Stupidly high community stat is stupidly high.
But hey, that's good.
Damn it! Usually nobody ever puts points in that.
Everybody wants to be punchy shooty. Instead, Guy and Kura are talky. Please don't shooty. Please don't shooty.
I was gonna say, Kura is not equipped to, handle shooty for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
Please don't punch.
Which, very brief aside, it reminds me of a of an idea I got recently. If we still had the economy stat, would totally put as much in economy as possible, but still try to play a combat character.
Yeah.
Just to build on a joke that the Loading Ready Run guys did. One of their characters was Theth McDevitt, combat accountant.
Yes.
There was a movie with a combat accountant. That was a good
The
one.
accountant.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I believe. Oh yeah. Okay. Doggo has a dress. Yin has a dress. Burp has a dress and also gets 20% discount.
Oh.
I love that he's just saying everybody gets a dress, and I'm imagining Guy and this terribly draped hoop skirt that's just like somehow off him, and he looks exceedingly pissed. Why? Why have you done this to me?
And in order to run, he has to hold the front end up with.
I feel pretty.
Video of this.
See,
Fashion changes. Maybe right now it's fancy for guys to wear dresses.
See, because in my mind, it's a toss-up between Guy being very upset about being in a dress and just having like big doughy eyes and just like, I feel pretty.
Yes.
Lastly, the Yacht got kicked out.
Yeah, the Yacht still needs a dress.
Okay. Wear the Watson costume.
No.
No.
No Watson costume. You will never
No.
get that.
No sexy Watson costume.
No, I just knew about Watson, you weirdos.
You said it was a sexy Watson
I
costume.
never said that. It was you, weirdos.
Maybe it's a perpetual joke that we keep bringing out every time you mention it because we know it'll bother you. Maybe that's why.
But maybe I'm in on the joke too, and I'm reacting this way on purpose.
So how are you going to acquire a pretty outfit for the Yacht?
To the pet store.
I'm just going to go to a different store.
We're gonna get him one of those like vacuum pack bags and just stick him in there up to his neck.
Oh no.
Just like a snuffle in a duffel.
Alright. Kale.
Yes.
You to a different store. There's gonna be different designs. So you're not going to have some of the same sorts of things as us, but it's still just as nice, same kind of quality. Please
And-
do not anger these shopkeepers and designers in here.
What was that roll?
I was helping.
You are not helping.
I'm not helping.
I was hoping no, you weren't.
Kura gets ADD distracted by literally everything in the store.
It's not that bad. You're just not helping. You're not in the way. You're not
I'm
making it
helping.
worse.
That is helping.
Guy is indeed helping.
Julius, no. Julius!
You're
Look, if
trying
you
to-
want to wear a dress, you can totally wear a dress, but you're gonna need a strapped one. Not because it's... Also, this is the wrong color. Julius!
What? It matches. It goes with the disco ball.
You're not bringing the disco balls to the party!
Why
I'm
not?
so sorry. He's so hard to help. Please, just get him something that'll go with his fur, that won't draw too much attention. Just...
Fortunately, the shopkeeper or spot keeper or whatever it would be called.
We need an odd keeper at this point.
Well, they seem to have a sense of humor, so they're taking it in stride. And well, eventually you acquire an outfit for the otter as well.
Okay, got you taken care of, buddy.
But
Look, I'm sure they can put some nice little embroideries, and I'm sure they did. Hey, look at it this way. They can do super subtle fish imprinting on the pattern. You won't see it unless you're actually super up close to it.
and I'm super up close to it.
Exactly. So you'll know
Yeah.
it's there, but everyone else won't unless they're super close.
Yay!
It'll be like your own personal little joke the whole time, okay? Fancy, but not.
Woohoo!
I'll explain to him that that's like super popular in Europa right now. Why do I know these things? Ah, Libby, be gone!
Shall never be gone.
So how much
Comes
did
to
it?
party members past. Get the ends!
So how much was that?
Maybe it's in the back of your mind. Oh no.
Nagging you to fix his colors.
Yes.
Professional attire or dress clothing?
Professional.
60.
Okay, that's normally 60. Let's say you get it for 50.
I swear, if he gets pinstripes, they're gonna be tiny fish bones.
Shit, I'd wear
That's a
that.
fantastic idea.
Exactly.
Oh my god, it could be a double pun too, because it could be made out of herringbone twill.
You see? I am a clever boy.
and you will get a snack when we get home.
and a shrimp ascot.
That could actually get pulled off too.
No, it's salmon.
Oh yeah.
Will you be having the chicken or the sea bass?
Well, now that everybody is all dressed up, or let's say all outfitted with dresses, and yes, I'm gonna keep saying dresses.
And I'm not gonna
That
correct
is your
you.
punishment for being you.
I'm so pretty. I'm so pretty.
Levana,
Oh boy.
What have you
It
done?
is time for your appointment.
You make this sound so intimidating.
That's my superpower.
The doctor will see you now.
But I am the doctor.
Oh, so you're wearing Converse, a blue suit, and a brown trench coat. Got it.
Sprechstunde bei der Frau Doktor.
Oh my.
Oh boy. Okay.
Wait, if you're the doctor, which one of us is the companion?
Archimedes, get down from there!
Wrong doctor.
But all the more fitting because of it.
At the clinic, you are. No, since you have an appointment, you're basically brought straight through.
What kind of crazy clinic is this, where she's not having to wait 3 hours after having an appointment?
It's the future!
It's the TTI clinic. It's an efficient clinic.
Also, they
I'm not
don't
used
want
to
you
this.
in there for too long unless something catches fire.
If something catches fire, they probably want you out too.
Exactly. So they want you in and out as quickly as possible, so you aren't the one doing it, and they can't be held immediately responsible for it.
Unless you were supposed to make a fire for them.
Exactly.
In which case, they won't have you do it on premises.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you are once again greeted by friendly, happy Otter. And no, not Julius. I'm talking Yavethi.
That'd be fun. Oh, come on. Just put Julius right there in the spot just for heck of it.
I don't
No!
think you'd be happy in a TTI
No,
clinic.
that would end poorly.
Well, they might be happy to have him there.
Oh yeah,
In the
true.
distance,
True. Like
somewhere. A gecko shivers.
he'd be flaring up all over the place.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, have fun explaining that to TTI.
And,
What's
and,
with your otter? I
and-
don't know. I think we gave him coffee earlier, and so now he's just like vibrating out of control.
and that's how we had to, and that's how we lost a party member, and Kale had to make a new character.
On the upside, we got paid extra for giving TTI a great research subject.
The TTI in black took him away. No, we don't get paid because they have neuralizers.
Onwards to adventure!
Which reminds me, I still need to make up a backup character.
That's a bad time to mention it now.
Okay, for a second there, I thought you said, that reminds me, I need to make up a baguette. I'm like, what?
Oh, a
I
baguette.
want a baguette.
I need to make a baguette.
Hey,
Baguette.
your
Yes.
appointment?
Miss, what's the name? Oh yeah, Zephyrus. Miss Zephyrus, so nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well.
So how are things going? Making things fly already?
Myself?
Well, you are a bird, so...
Um,
Okay, there's music in the clinic.
Hey, it's fitting. It could totally happen.
I wasn't able to lift up other things. I tried using it and I sort of started bloating and phasing through stuff.
Yavethi pauses for a moment. And you're telling me you were able to reach through solid objects?
Yes.
Please come with me.
Oh boy.
And this is how we lost another party member.
Man, 2 in 1 day, that's great.
It says here in the Codex Astartes, this calls for exterminatus.
Oh, follow.
I will play Warhammer 40k with you when the Warhammer 40k RPG is not yet. Yeah, she leads you through the clinic. Actually, quite a bit. Into some back rooms. And into an area that distinctly looks like research.
Oh no, the probes! The probes.
Protect your butthole!
I have a nope out button.
Nope. Yep.
I can just sort of start saying nope and phase through a wall.
Of course Julius would reference that. Of course.
Yes.
Okay.
Cow!
Um,
Cow! Yes, cow!
Ooh.
Beep, beep, beep.
Eventually, she's going, Doctor. Oh, there you are. I found someone you want to talk to. And there's a what species haven't we used in a while?
Hey, an ungulate would be great.
Not a bad idea.
Oh, not a horse.
A horse, of course, or a pig, or a rhino, or any of those things, because we've used basically none of them so far, really.
But you see,
Yeah.
with a horse, we could have puns.
Oh lord.
Oh.
Which is why I'm not gonna go with a horse.
See, that's why if you hadn't have said anything, we could have had it. Why did you have to open your fat mouth?
Let's go actually with a bull.
A what?
It's a bull.
A bull,
It's a
you know?
bull.
Oh.
The guy version of a cow.
Okay, because I heard a bubble. And I was very confused.
Hey, if he's a bubble bull,
A bubble?
It's
Bubble trouble?
an adorable bubble.
You all have backup characters, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm making one right now.
It's just the only one I have, I can't bring in unless someone else dies too. So if Milo dies, be very afraid.
Okay. Yeah. Dr. Weaver, excellent. I believe we have another magi. And the bull, the Dr. Weaver, he eyes you for a moment. And then, well, let's hear it. What happened?
I was trying to test out the power roughly 3 days ago. And
he's looking at a tablet that Yavethi handed him. Ethereal implant. Okay, yes, please continue.
And when I tried to lift an object in particular, it didn't work, so I put a bit more oomph into the second try, and well, I started floating and quickly realized I was phasing through objects and solid substances.
That definitely sounds like it, yes. If you would please come over here.
Okay.
Have you been hearing voices telling you dark secrets?
like how you can buy 15% on your 15
Your
card.
card
Check out
reflects your
No, God.
Advertising in your dreams. Crap, it's just like Futurama. We need to go back.
Whisper starts.
Okay. He asks you to sit down,
Does as asked.
and there's like almost out of nowhere. There's a nurse taking some blood.
Okay.
And you are suddenly the center of attention.
I wish to be as small a target as possible.
Now, center of attention, as in like the center, as in like the middle of something, or center as in like the smelling of attention. No,
Oh,
just kidding.
Shut up, Odd. No, Miss, checks the tablet, Zephyrus. Would somebody please... Oh yeah, thank you. Takes a cup. Would you please try to let this float? And please do not push any harder than it as it was first described to you.
Okay. Really?
Real good.
But it's no problem. It still works. You are able to do that without any problems.
Oh, now it works. I wish to poke it and let it sort of float across the room.
Yeah, that works.
Boink.
One of the present nurses, doctors, researchers. There seem to be more and more of them appearing. Like not actually out of nowhere, they're coming in through doors, but there were definitely more. They're definitely more around now than before.
Well, this is CTI, so they could have been coming out of nowhere.
They're coming out of the woodwork.
Literally.
Back in your holes, you studious demons, you.
So one of them eventually grabs the cup and kind of puts it somewhere where it won't do any damage, and where it won't get damaged once the effect ends. All right, very good. Now, please try push a little harder, just as you did before when the unexpected effect occurred. And Miss Jackson, please be ready in case something bad happens. Of course, Doctor, says Yavasi, who has moved to the other end of the room.
Oh.
Apparently, as far as away from you as possible.
Did she put on a poncho, or not a poncho, like a rain thing? Like
No, why?
Okay. It can't be that bad.
Expecting the wrong thing. Trust me.
It's okay. It's a natural 10, so still goes through. Yeah. Once again, you find yourself floating, and kind of, depending how much you move, you kind of phase through a chair or floor or other nearby things.
Few people.
Yes,
Or
including
this.
people. And Dr. Viva says, "Well, that is fairly conclusive. Very good, very good. Now, please be careful not to try not to anything until the effect ends.
Okay.
Trust me, you do not want to be in something when you regain your, let's call it solidness."
May I ask what happens?
We got a PowerPoint specifically for this. Hold on.
Welcome, travelers. Crap, wrong PowerPoint.
Now, you understand that transcendent implants are not a precise science, but as far as we can tell, the overlapping matter is turned into energy.
Oh.
Whatever part of you is in an object, and the parts of the objects that are in you will explode.
Ooh.
I thought the music just conveniently stopped as soon as that happened.
Yeah, that was really good timing.
It's okay, you can come back. Oh wait, never mind, that's the other person.
Even if it's something as tiny as my finger,
Tiny boom.
is that
But
going to result in my demise, or...
If it's just your finger, it won't. It probably won't result in your demise. It will still hurt you, though.
I imagine. Okay. Staying still until it wears off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, which takes again around 20 seconds, something like that. All right, now, first things first, Miss Zephyrus. The actual duration of this effect is somewhat random. We do not yet have a reliable way to figure out how long, or to extend the time. Short of pushing a lot harder, but please do not do that yet. We will get to that eventually.
Okay.
First things first. You are what we like to call a transcendent magic. You have the very rare ability to push your implant to perform at higher levels, shall we call it. As I'm sure Miss Jackson, he indicates to Yavethi, has told you that the actual effects of the implants are relatively small, and for the majority of the population, that is true. You are one of the rare individuals who can do more. We will of course explain you. We will explain to you how much more and how to control it as best as you can. And who's laughing?
That would be my roommate.
And where were we? Oh yes, of course. Yes, to control and harness this ability. And in exchange, we hope you will let us observe.
Okay. I don't mind this, I suppose.
I suspected as much.
The contract first, but we have such bad luck with contracts that I don't think that would help.
See, I'm alone, and this is community. And what kind of community?
Well, it's also correct me if I'm wrong, but Levana is a TTI citizen, isn't she?
Yes.
Well, then it's then she'll obviously do it.
Oh.
I mean, no. It's just, if you think Levana would.
No, she would, and even if she wouldn't, a few things in there that say otherwise.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, what follows is a few more tests and eventually long explanations about how all this works. It's still abbreviated because this takes a bit longer than an afternoon. But they're giving you enough. Can do a bit of practice on your own, and so that you hopefully won't do any damage.
So they told me what pumping it up to 3 and 4 will do, but they haven't actually tested that.
Yes.
Okay.
That's gonna be the actual tests are gonna be for another time. But yes, they have explained to you what you can do. They also supplied you with a dosage of vent.
Okay, I'll mark that down.
Which I don't know if you have read that. What that is?
I have read it, but I don't quite understand.
Well, it is one of those inhale thingies.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is that as background wise, as soon as your character senses that something is going wrong, that you basically, when you're causing a transcendent catastrophe, you have the option to very quickly use that. And it basically directs the transcendent catastrophe into just doing damage to you instead of doing horrible things with reality.
It's still doing horrible things with reality, just my reality.
Yes.
Well, it's one of the more harmless effects.
Okay.
However, they're also warning you that this you really only should take that in emergencies because it has very visible side effects.
To be fair, a transcendent disaster would be a very visible side effect.
All right.
Contract. What am I getting out of this?
You are getting all this training and education and the support from TTI. Like, including stuff like if you should cause any damage, they'll clean it up.
Alright. Just for flavor, what kind of roll would that be? I want to see how bad I'm at reading this.
That would be, I'm gonna say, community exert protocol, I guess.
Well, that's not terrible.
that's a success.
Looks good to me.
All right. Now, out of curiosity, how much are you? How much of this are you sharing with your fellow adventurers?
One of them witnessed the. One moment. Damn it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this is as little as possible.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
One of them witnessed the tail end of it, and I don't really think he believes me so far, despite what he saw.
Are you talking about Kura? Because he believes
Yeah.
it. It's just he's not sure what to think about it.
Either way, they left the subject alone.
The people at the clinic did impress on you that this should be kept secret. However, from your from your occupation, they know that you're a medic and things, and that they're of course not demanding that if your ability would help save your lives, that you not use it. So like your immediate colleagues would be all right. If you have to tell them, then that's okay. But other than that, mum's the word.
Alright, I suppose I should probably reveal this now to them rather than later. If that is alright. Because it is going to come up, considering
Sure.
how dangerous the line of work has been.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything else you need from me? Or am I free to go, or...
Well, you will need to come in, of course. We'll make another appointment for that. But for now, you are free to go.
Alright. Thank you. I'm going to need someone to show me the way back through all these halls.
Of course. Miss Jackson, if you would be so kind. And Yavethi will lead you back out.
That happened.
Yavethi smiled at you.
She what?
And she smiles.
Oh.
And says, I do know how you feel.
Oh?
She she nods, and a moment later she disappears and reappears a few steps ahead.
Oh. Okay. I guess it's good to know I'm not alone in this.
Not at all. It is rare, but it happens. That's why I was there, by the way. In case you lost control, I was there to try and keep you under control.
Thank you.
But they will explain to you eventually. I know this is awfully much to take in, so try to take it easy. They told you how to practice and everything, so I recommend doing that. But don't overdo it. This is overdoing it with these things can lead to very bad results.
Personal experience?
Some, yes.
Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you all later. Thank you for all the information and help.
Oh, certainly.
Bye. And quickly exit before they can take even more blood from me.
Feeling woozy. She's feeling woozy.
I would have passed out a half a dozen times.
I would have passed out possibly the first time.
Oh, you whims! You never go donating blood?
I donate.
no, I
I
don't.
just have to lie down on the table for maybe about 10 to 15 minutes after they.
I'm medically forbidden because I faint,
Oh,
and it's considered a risk to my personal health.
fair enough.
And at the front door, no one's outside, right?
Yeah, there are people there, you know.
Oh, okay. No fun there. I'll enter like a normal person.
But the tail goes sweet, sweet, sweet.
Okay. Oh, eventually you make your way back to the apartment.
I'm a call for the group meeting when Rage gets back. Well, until then, if anyone has anything they want to do.
Well, anybody?
Nothing that I can think of.
Anybody what?
I can't think of anything at the moment.
Calling forth a group meeting, I was just wondering if anyone else wanted to do anything before then.
Okay, well, then group meeting.
You were at the clinic, right?
Yup. And now I'm back.
How did that go, by the way?
Well, I learned quite a few things, and some consequences if I do things wrong. But I suppose I should say I got some interesting new abilities. And I guess seeing is better than explaining. I'll start with the cup.
You what? Okay.
What's a random object? You know what? I'm gonna try for Milo's bottle again.
What?
Last
No,
over.
just pick up Guy.
Oh.
Excuse you.
Oh.
No.
Oh.
Strongly disagree.
Milo's flask. Oh, I didn't even add the +1. Assume there's a +1.
It's okay. It works even without the +1s. You're good.
You leave my holy water out of this.
Your holy water is now floating.
crazy.
Give it
The
a
holy water
give it a poke.
is the most holy.
Give it a poke.
No.
I boop it.
And it starts floating across the room. Unless Milo grabs it quickly.
Well, of course, Milo's gonna. I'm assuming I need to roll for this.
Not really.
Okay, Milo's gonna grab it and put it back where it belongs.
Unless
Also-
Levana were to just suddenly just tease Milo by like, out of reach. Oh, you almost got it.
It feels a little weird, you know, like it has no weight.
Glares at bird. Glare at bird.
That's what I was supposed to get out of the recent trip to the clinic.
Julius just keep looking back and forth at the flask, at the bird, at the flask, at the bird.
Well, this is what ended up happening. Goddamn once.
Ooh.
And
I disappeared.
is that enough for it to go off?
Oh yeah, sorry.
I'm gonna stick a hand through Guy. And put my leg through the
What the
table.
hell? How'd you? Wait, it doesn't. Would that have hurt?
Nope.
What? Okay, you know what,
Julius
this is-
backs off.
Shark looks very displeased.
I'm gonna lounge in the air.
Heh. Concern.
Shark
And if
is very-
anybody's noticing, Julius is all extra blurry and eyes glowing green.
Guy is going to lay his ears against his head and say, "Please don't do that. I have enough problems."
It's like, I can touch your insides. Actually, I can't really touch them. But it's like,
I can pretend to be a xenomorph. No, I'm just gonna wait it out and lounge up in the air. Until the timer runs out. Get ready to catch me, please.
It actually only lasts about 10 seconds this time.
Oh.
so it's like a quick hop. Well, no, you could get some good height.
So. Yeah. Is Guy in mental breakdown mode? Like, what's going on with Guy?
No, Guy's going to rub whatever portion of his fluffy self that you put your hand through.
Julius
Like,
puts on his headset.
well,
He just goes,
I'm-
nope.
I'm not in pain, and I'm not missing bits, which is better than last time I had something weird like that happen. So I guess it's not all bad, but please don't scare me like that again. I am just a small dog.
It was better shown than explained because I don't think you would have believed me otherwise. And sorry, you were the nearest person. But yeah, that's one of the things I can apparently do now. I admit I'm still freaking out a bit over it too, but it's
Kura shrugs and just says,
Honestly, so long as you don't, explode or anything, then, well,
About that.
D&D.
About that. I need to make sure none of my matter is through something when I do become solid. Otherwise, it's going to disagree. And
Do you mean by disagree it's gonna get mad at each other, or that the... What do you mean?
I'm just gonna do the mushroom cloud motion with my hands and...
Oh!
Yeah.
And you thought putting your hand through my chest was the best way to show weak? I am having serious concerns as to whether or not you actually want me to be in one piece.
Milo's going to stare.
I could probably come back from that, but I'm pretty sure you won't.
And a long pull of the holy water.
Yeah, Kura is going
Your
to
weightless
gently
holy water.
console... Is gently going to console Guy.
Why am I okay with this? This is not an okay thing! Oh, bollocks to it, never mind.
And here Milo
He's going
why.
to just wave his hands in the air and grumble quietly to himself without actually saying anything.
And here Milo was questioning why he drinks so much, and then he remembered.
There's also more I can do. I haven't tested it yet, and I have no desire to test it on any of you.
Very obviously trying to poker face,
No guinea
and then
pigs in the team!
more
apparently I
drinking.
can possess people.
Shakes his fist from the doorway and then full and properly leaves.
Oh, did he hear that last bit?
I can possess people!
I can
Maybe.
physically possess a person. Or
Kura
object.
stares blankly.
Julius doesn't hear a thing because he still has his headphones on. Like, just
Holy
trying
water
to
goes
chill.
back in the velvet glove. Back in the velvet glove, where it is safe from this bullshit.
How is that supposed to work? Do you just, like, puppet them by the tendons or something?
I don't know the specifics, but I believe I simply sort of try a little bit harder on that implant and simply will myself into a person and take over for a bit.
Kura looks unsure what to think about that.
I don't know how I don't know how I feel about that. Going through walls and objects and people is one thing, but I guess it's interesting, if anything.
I don't see how this could possibly go wrong in any circumstance.
You know, if you give Guy long enough, he could probably get you a list.
He probably would make that list too,
He's probably making it right now.
and checking it twice.
But he doesn't give a shit whether or not you've been naughty or nice. Just don't do anything stupid.
Speaking of stupid.
I mean that's kind of a given what we've already seen.
But yeah, that's all. If you need time to process, I know I do. Quickly hide away. her own room.
And time they shall have, because I think we are out of it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So how much was Julius freaking out during all that, by the way?
We couldn't see him anymore.
Order. Like he's probably done with most of the freaking out, so now he's just trying to ignore it.
Alright.
Might
Okay.
eventually accept it.
Well, people.
Awesome.
Yes.
You
Yes.
you get 10 XPs
Yee.
With our one in the beginning.
and 50 credits. And then you get to say goodbye to the viewers.
Farewell.
Bye, hugs.
Oh, okay.
Bye.
Hold on, I'm working on it. Okay, I found the thing. Goodbye.
Bye.